Shit. And the zoo always says, the cards on the zoo always say, don't feed the monsters. I mean, the animals, of course. Oh boy. Transept. This is the next location we are proceeding to. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we shall not meet any monsters or anything we could, well, let's see, feed. Giant hole, really. And a pentagram. Shit. Memory.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
This one what? Quite dark. Okay, three rooms, really. Let's check room number 1. So far, so good. Yeah, I could use some light, please. Huh. Interesting. Can we have a bit more light in here, please? Because I believe Daniel is feeling a bit dizzy. I shall slice through you. Ah, a piece of orb. Its texture and color are constantly changing. Fun. Oh shit. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the man contemplated their next step. This is sick. Oh, and these are for the legs, I believe. Well, I shall... Oh my god, this is sick. Holy fucking Christ. The fuck was that? Fucking hell. Oh, this is fucking disturbing. Seriously. Oh boy. Oh my fucking god. Yes, candles, please. Please. Oh god. The noises, did you hear that, folks? Jesus Christ. What the hell is this? Oh. Seriously. Oh. Oh, Jesus. The rapist hang upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs has lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The man stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Oh god. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A brilliant game by Frictional Games. Thank you very much for providing us with an example how to make sick horror games. This is really a tremendous work. This game is a piece of art, and I am commenting right now because I like to. I really like to increase my sanity right now. So yes, I'm standing in light and I'm just waiting a little bit for the protagonist Daniel to calm down while I engage you, my dear subscribers and viewers, with a little bit of information about what has happened recently in the world of Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Namely, I've came to know a man which is Mr. Heinrich Agrippa, and he seems to be a prisoner of some sort. And it also seems that he is actually... Well, the sanity doesn't really go up, does it? No, it actually becomes worse. What the hell? I need to freaking leave this part of the... May I actually... Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, I need to just go back. I know that there's at least one place to still venture to. However, for the time being, I need some sufficient amount of light, because Daniel seems to freak out totally. I mean, the mouse controls are very, as you can see, they're ridiculously tilting right. Oh, it's becoming better. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to continue right here. So we have this guy Agrippa, who seems to be some sort of prisoner, and he actually talks, so he's alive. The first living, non-lethal being I have encountered throughout playing Amnesia, I believe. And he needs some notes. He needs a note coming from a particular person, and I shall provide him with that. Well, at least if I'll... Okay, it's getting better slowly. At least if I manage to find this note, you know. Other than that, I have recently managed to successfully, and quite by chance, by the way, fix a mechanism which opened 2 doors, and one of them leads to the transept, which I shall return to in a bit. In the meanwhile, I did something very stupid, probably, which was feeding a monster with a chunk of meat. So I lost the chunk of meat, and the monster is somewhere there in an adjoining room. That's right. We have the.
What happened to her?
The fuck? Yeah, it's over there. So I'm just going to leave it peacefully. So yeah, and I am currently what I'm doing currently is to gather pieces of an orb, which you can see have different colors, and it's constantly changing. It's not constantly changing in my inventory, but it is according to the description. Yeah. Now, when I have the pieces of orb, and so far it seems I'll have 3 of them from the Transept. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1 through 3. That's half, because the orb consists of 6 pieces altogether. So yeah, when I have this, I shall be going to the weird place which people call the Inner Sanctum, I believe, and the orb will grant me passage to this place, as there are all sorts of electricity thingies blocking my way, the path. Last time I tried to touch it, I was electrified. So yeah, no way to go. And kids, remember, don't stuck your limbs into extension cords, really. It might be bad for you. Head is pounding on hands or shaking still. Still, I'm going to the Transept, and I shall reclaim and recover the last piece of the orb. At least judging by the rooms. I don't know what dwells beneath, but hey. There's a nice stairway up, which I shall attempt to explore very soon. I shall light the lamp, and I shall...
The cradle is ready.
Good.
Cradle?
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
Wicked, huh?
Not a bad man! It was an accident!
Shout out to
He
Wicked
set a
on
man
Snox.
on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
It is.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
I'm afraid you are the monsters, gentlemen. I'm afraid so. Well, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I don't really know the text, but there ain't no rest for the wicked. Okay, progress. It is.
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want!
Just a little second.
Do anything! I'm innocent!
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, this was, again, disturbing. We shall light this. We shall... not really sure. Is there a... There is none. Let's see. The Arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered, on and off the impaler. Ouch! It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the Arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Jesus fucking Christ. This is my commentary for what I have seen in those 3 rooms right here. So, shit. Holy fuck. Now, the whole ground seems to be trembling about. They better not put a freaking monster on top of my head right now. The fuck? Oh, this is pretty cool. Just look at this. Okay. Some wicked face, and I do suppose there's sufficient light. Head is pounding and hands are shaking right now. So this is the one crystal clear, slight headache, and the second one. Okay, so we will try to. I'm going to show you a pretty neat trick. I think, at least I hope it will work. We're going to wait for the sanity to raise a little bit and to hopefully get into the oh, okay. A slight headache. Check this out. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Sanity matters. This is cool, isn't it? Okay. Let's check this room out. Quite a small room, I must admit. Okay, we have some tinder boxes, we have some random tools, we have what seems to be a rope. I won't touch it yet, because all hell may break loose. And we have notes on torture. This is quite long, so without further ado, let's try it out. Notes of torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of the torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. Yeah, I suppose this could work. I mean, you know, just theoretically. Okay, moving on. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient. It will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient in the process if the process can be sustained. Also, applying the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. Highly disturbing. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that it will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Amnesia drink? Have I been drinking lately? This is a very good and very well placed oil. Oil is good and this is bad. Let's see. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time I must work. It must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Okie doke. And a string. I have picked up a string which I shall use to probably hang myself. Right. So I imagine we are done here. And I imagine... whoops. Sorry about that. And I imagine I can make myself scars. And go back to Mr. Heinrich. And then probably proceed to the other doors. Hey, this will be the fucked up room with the monster.
How are things coming?
Oh, good, good.
You found all the war pieces used in the transept. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Thank you for your advice, Mr. Heinrich. I shall proceed immediately. The remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir. A mystic barrier blocks the passage in the council, so that's that. The pedestal has a depression. It could fit an orb. And Agrippa, the dying man, still seeks the note. So yes, I shall now be proceeding to
You're a good boy,
the choir.
and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
I do. See you later, alligator.